Hi, everyone. I'm back, and hopefully this will work because for some reason it wasn't letting you people comment, and I don't get it why. It's Mary. I'm back with Sunday night shenanigans. Saturday night, you see? I'm on the wrong night. My husband is currently dismantling furniture in my living room, so I'm a little bit distracted. I'm getting new furniture tomorrow, guys. Christmas is coming, and Santa Claus is bringing me a new living room set. He's bringing me a new desk, and he's bringing me new kitchen furniture. So my husband is dismantling my couch and my love seat as we speak. So I am a little bit distracted. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome to Sunday Night Shenanigans. And this episode on Friday, all I have to say is chance, wah, 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 wah. But we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. And how was your weekend, guys? That's all I have to say. Chance, we have so many things to say about Chance, but I'm going to get into him and we're going to leave the best for last. That's all I have to say. Let me get myself all set up here, guys. I'm all discombobulated. I apologize. How is everyone doing? So, this episode, Chance, I just wanted to jump through the TV for so many reasons. And it doesn't only have to do with this episode, but we're going to get into it. Now, I want to start off. First of all, thank you so much, Philly Fox, for the super chat. I appreciate it. How are you doing this weekend? So, first of all, I want to start off honestly with Justine and Michael because we know it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, first of all, personally, if my mother in law did some shit like that to me, I would never, ever, ever speak to her again. Because, yes, that is the equivalent of spitting in my face. Now, I'm just going to put this out there. When they come up with the storylines for the cast members, they do it based on real life circumstances. Okay. So, yes, I'm sure that Mike's mom is totally scarred by the fact that her brother was tricked for a very long time and that this whole situation in her family, with Mike's uncle, that there was a child that turned out not to be biologically his. And I'm sure the whole family is scarred by that situation. And the producers took that situation and ran with it, okay, and decided to manipulate and run with it for this storyline. And let me tell you, if I was Justine and my mother in law handed me a paternity test in a restaurant, first of all, I cannot believe that Sherry, that's her name, right? Justine's mom, stood so calm because I personally would have jumped across the table and took Maria, Mike's mom, and slammed her head into the table. Okay, that's the first thing. But secondly, um, Justine, I'm sorry, she was trying not to smile. Okay. Mike was, trying his real hardest to be pissed off. But it's all bullshit, okay? It's just a case of the producers taking a real life situation that exists in that family. Maria had a situation, with her brother or the uncle, whoever the family member was, that, had a child for 18 years and then found out that the child wasn't biologically his. The family scarred by the situation, and production decided to take it and run with it. And Justine is just sitting there like, okay, and couldn't be me. Could not be me. I could not let my mother-in-law hand me a paternity test on national TV, imply that I cheated on my husband. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Could not be me. For how much they make an episode, I'm sorry. Could not be me. And especially, excuse me, considering Mike's, actions on social media lately, talking about, making it sound like he doesn't need the show etc. And you see, well, at least I see on their lives, his mother is so supportive of them. His mother is always in Justine's lives, like, hi, Justine. I mean, his mother is like the first one to support. I'm sorry, that was such a bullshit scripted storyline. And that paternity test, how pretty was it wrapped up? I mean, come on. Such bullshit. And I'm sorry, Justine, you let them embarrass you for that. How much are you making per episode? I cannot let them embarrass me for that. No way. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, that paternity test, no. I mean, they tried really hard. They tried really hard, but I mean, Justine's mom was way too calm. She was way too calm. Someone is sitting there basically accusing your daughter of being a slut. She's accusing your daughter of being the town hoe. And you're just like, come on, Maria. Are you accusing my daughter? Yes, she is. Yes, she is, Sherry. She is accusing your daughter of being the town hoe. Okay. And wasn't Maria the one that set up Justine and Michael? I mean, come on, guys. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just going to mute my mic for a second. I need to blow my nose. I mean, Maria was the one that set up Justine and Mike to begin with. So if you thought that Justine was like this girl that didn't have morals, this girl that was potentially going to cheat on your son, why would set them up to begin with? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, that's why I say this is all bullshit. This was a bullshit setup storyline. I don't get it. But she sat there and Justine, try to act outraged, try to act like, oh my goodness, how could you say that? Are you trying to say whatever? Yes, yes, she's saying it. She's saying it and you're accepting it. So I don't know. I don't know. So when we left off, the paternity test was on the floor. Mike was outraged. Um, Justine was trying to act outraged, but I don't know. But Maria says she's going to get it done no matter what. What is she going to do? Swab the baby and send it in? Cut a piece of the baby's hair? Take some earwax? Like, what is she going to do? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, moving on, because we're going to leave the best for last. Okay? Um, I want to move on to Joy and Red. Okay? Red made it back to New Mexico. Okay. He made it back and he is happy. He is so happy that he has managed, you know, to make it back to New Mexico so far without Joy throwing him out of the car, without Red lying to him. I mean, without Joy finding out about his lies, so he's happy that he managed to make it all the way to New Mexico. Okay. So now, Sway, my heart just goes out because we all know how this is going to end. Okay. We all know that they're going to break up. Spoiler alert, in case you don't know. Okay. We all know they're going to break up, and the collateral damage of all this is going to be Sway. Okay. So Sway comes in, and all of his little action figures are all lined up on the couch already. So Red set them up to do push-ups for him and everything. So cute. Sway comes running in. Excuse me, guys. And he's like, Dad. And that just tugged at my heartstrings because all I keep thinking is this relationship is going to implode very, very soon. And Sway is the one that's going to suffer because Sway is going to be like, but where did Dad go? Okay, what happened to Dad? Where did this guy that I've been calling dad this whole time. Where did he disappear to? Okay. And yes, I agree with you, Just Jen. She needs to contact one of those three potential baby daddies, okay, and find out who Sway's real dad is. Yes, I totally agree. Okay. But in the meantime, Sway is calling Red Dad, okay? And you could tell Sway, Joy's sister is not having it. Shoshana is side-eyeing Red. Shoshana's like, yeah, I'll shake your hand for now. I ain't hugging you. This is only the first day. And she doesn't like him. And you could tell that she just has a gut feeling about him. And Shoshana, your gut feeling is right. Yeah, just Jen, you're right. Justine needs to give the paternity test to Joy. You're absolutely right, Just Jen. So Shoshana is side eyeing Red like I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Okay, you could play with those action figures all you want. I still don't trust you. Okay, you could pretend that you're a Marvel character all you want. I still don't trust you. So Shoshana and Joy have a conversation, and Shoshana's like, listen, I'm always going to be there for you. You're my sister. I love you. But, maybe slow down on the marriage thing. It's great that he proposed and everything with the $32 ring. But you guys, now it's the getting to know each other in person stage. Yeah, you guys have known each other for 7 years on the phone. So now let's do the get to know each other in person stage and see how that goes before you decide to marry him. Okay, Joy? But whatever you choose, I'll be there for you because you're my sister and I love you. And, Shoshana, I feel you because I could see you just wanted to shake the shit out of Joy, but she's not going to listen to you anyway, and she has to learn the hard way. So, fast forward a month, and Red is playing Daddy Daycare. Okay? Joy's at work, and Red is like, okay, hide and seek. 1, 2, 3. And Sway's, hiding and whatever. He gets a phone call from his sister Destiny. And Destiny's like, we're missing you around here. Maybe it's time for you to take a break from Daddy Daycare and come and visit your family. And Red's like, yeah, things have been awkward with my family because, they feel like I've kind of abandoned them. And, you know, with Joy up my ass every time my phone rings, or if I try to talk on my phone, or my phone is in my hand and my back is turned to her and she's up my ass wanting to know who I'm talking to, maybe it is time for a little break. So he's thinking about going back home for a little bit, but he knows that Joy's going to flip the fuck out. Okay? So he's like, Destiny, I think that's a pretty good idea. And that's Destiny's like, by the way, some of your friends have been calling me because they know that you've been out and, they want to chop it up and hang with you a little bit. I think Bestie, his bestie Julie has been checking in because like Joy dropped the word on the street. Apparently, Julie's pregnant, and maybe Julie was checking in, to, you know, to let Red know that maybe he's possibly the baby daddy. But that's a whole nother story. But, Red is thinking about it. Red's like, yeah, I think I need the break. I think I need, to go back home a little bit, a break from daddy daycare, a break from Joy being up my ass. I think I need a break from all of it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go home, but Joy's going to flip the fuck out. So, we shall see. We shall see. So now next, we have Cam and Aris. Now, Aris, she is hugely pregnant. Okay, she's almost there. She is 8 months, and time is counting down. They need to find a home. Okay, and she is out house hunting with her best friend Priscilla, who, if you guys remember, is the former CO. Okay, so Priscilla is that best friend that you have who will make you see things that you don't necessarily want to see. Okay, so she's out house hunting with her best friend Priscilla, while Pam and Lena are plan shopping. Okay, so now this house that that Aris is looking at is in the $400,000 range. Now, somebody that lives in New York, that $400,000 can get a shit in New York City. I'm sitting there looking at this house like, damn, this is a nice house. And then the walk-in closet, guys, I was like, holy shit. Hi, Taylor. I was like, holy shit. Thank you for joining me, girl. I was like, holy fuck. $400,000, this house with a walk-in closet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Aris is with her friend Priscilla. I haven't gotten to you, Taylor, so you're just in time. Okay, I'm leaving the best for last. Don't go anywhere. So Priscilla and Aris are checking out this house. And I'm in love with this house, guys. Personally, between me and you, I'm in love with this house. Okay. And Lena and Cam are plant shopping. And Lena equates taking care of a plant to taking care of a baby. And I can see where she's coming from, okay? Not for nothing, I can. I can see where she's coming from. You have to feed and water a plant. You need to, pay attention to a plant so a plant flourishes and grows just like a baby. But like Cam points out, there's more than to feeding and watering a baby. You have to communicate with a baby. You have to emotionally nourish a baby and all these other things. So, Cam asks her if, she was ever worried about food in her stomach, clothes on her back, etc., since he's been home. And Lena says yes. And Cam is like, when? What are you talking about? And Lena's like, when we were looking for RVs, I was kind of worried. And Cam was like, listen, all that stuff is my problem, okay? You are never, ever going to have to worry about food in your stomach, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and none of that stuff while I'm around, okay? So Priscilla, on the other hand, is talking to Aris, after they look at this house. And, Aris tells her that they were looking at RVs because Cam really, wants to get a tour bus, okay? They don't have a house, but they want to get a tour. Cam wants to get a tour bus. Cam is, looking at RVs as like a tour bus kind of thing. And Priscilla's like, I feel like Cam is chasing is busy chasing his own dreams, while Aris is doing all the grunt work. She's doing all the dirty work. 8 months pregnant. She's getting all stressed out. She got to make all the hard decisions. Okay? And Cam is out doing the fun stuff. Quote, the fun stuff. Okay? So now, Cam is getting ready to do his video. Okay? He's getting ready to be OG Cam. Okay? He's not Cam, the husband, the father. No, he is OG Cam, the rapper right now. And this smells like bad decisions, and he loves every minute of it. Okay? So, anything that he has put into the video, any money, which the last time it was 8K, guys. It was 8K. Can you believe that shit? Oh my God. If my husband put 8K into anything, I think I would shoot him. Huh. My husband's DraftKings is looking good to me right about now. 8K in a music video. Whoo. Okay. Anything that he put into this video, he will make back. Okay. So the song is called Check a Bag, which is all about money. But like Aris says, their money is tight right about now. So he needs to check his bag. Okay. He's singing about money, but he needs to check his bag because his bag is kind of small. Okay. So she's like, I'm stressed. I'm annoyed. And he better not be at this music video acting a fool. Well, guess what? He's at this video shoot acting a fool. Okay. There's big booty woman. Okay. And he's, throwing the money, enjoying himself. He's OG Cam, guys. He's not Cam, the dad, the husband. No, he is OG Cam. So Priscilla's like, now mind you, remember what I said. Priscilla is a former CEO, and she's that friend that will make you see things that you don't want to see. She'll get you all riled up. Okay. Now, Aris is pregnant, cranky, and annoyed. Priscilla's like, yo, we should do the pull up. We should do the spot check. You got his location on your phone? Aris is like, yeah. Now, Priscilla's earrings are so big, she could probably pull up Cam's location just using her earrings. Okay. She's like, listen, pull up his location. We're going to do the spot check. Okay. Aris pulls up the location. They walk in, and Cam is on the stage. He practically has his face in the girl's butt. Okay. And he's like throwing money. He's like, yeah, yeah. Aris walks in, pregnant as fuck. And like she says, she's the wife. She has a right to walk in, spot check wherever the fuck she wants. So she did a spot check, and she was pissed. Cam is like, basically, hi, I'm working. Can I help you? And she's like, you need to get your ass. Okay, you need to get your face out of that bitch's ass and come down off the stage. We need to have a conversation. Okay, so they come down. Okay, he comes down. Okay, and he's mad that she's there. She's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, a music video. You need to stop stressing me and stop stressing my child. She's like, this is ridiculous. How much is this costing? He's like, don't worry about the cost. They wind up yelling at each other. He's like, he's like, then get out of here, then. She's like, well, you don't need to come home. And she storms out of there. Lord, remind me, guys, not to get upset on football Sunday when my husband is betting a little bit too much on DraftKings, because 8K for a music video. I don't know, guys. I do not know. Okay, so now, while Chance is busy throwing a temper tantrum in bed, which we'll get into that in a minute, okay, P-Rock, who's been out of jail for how long, went on a job interview and got a damn job. Okay, I just got to say this. Okay, Chance, who is busy whining about, what the world needs to do for him, okay, and hasn't done a damn thing. Key-Rock, how long has he been out? Okay, since while we're watching, he's been out for like what? A couple of months? He went on a job interview and got a damn job. Wow, what a concept. Actually setting goals for yourself and achieving them. Damn, what a concept. Okay, so he was referred to this particular job by the DOC, okay? And he has HVAC and plumbing certifications, okay? And this, particular company, I guess, hires through the DOC. And, Key Rock, he has a wedding that he needs to pay for. He's going to have a big Latino and Black wedding. And he wants to financially take care of his wife. So, he needs a job. And instead of sitting there and whining and waiting for someone to hand it to him, he went out there and got one himself. And even though he was nervous about, the whole thing because of his ID, okay? Because Key Rock is transitioning and his ID has his old name on it. And he was worried about his potential employer looking at the ID, looking at him, looking at the ID, and that being a potential issue. The certifications are in his old name. Looking at the certifications, looking at him, it potentially being an issue. But you know something? It wasn't. This employer couldn't give a flying fuck about the name on the documents. Realize they wanted Key Rock as an employee as long as Key Rock is willing to learn, has the drive, and is willing to work. That's all that matters. So there we go. Key Rock does great, and he has the job. Instead of like Chance whining and complaining about what other people should do for him, Key Rock went out there and got it done. So congratulations to Key Rock. That's all I have to say. So now this is where my heart goes out to Key Rock, to his mom. We all know how I feel about his mom. I want his mom to adopt me, like seriously, okay? So now, apparently, his brother Desmond has relapsed, okay? His brother Desmond has a drug problem, and he has relapsed. And when his mom was talking about that she has failed as a mom, I wanted to reach through that TV. First of all, I wanted to gently shake her and say, no, Mama Tammy, you haven't. You have not failed your children. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my interview with Key Rock and Brittany, please do. Okay, if you're new to the channel for some reason and you haven't been listening to me babble for months, and you haven't checked out my interview with Key Rock and Brittany, Key Rock gets into how his mom is, how much of a saint basically Tammy is. Okay, Tammy is such a saint, and listening to her talk about how she feels like she failed her sons, I wanted to basically, one, jump to the TV and gently shake her and say, no, Tammy, no, Mama Tammy, you have not failed your children. You have done the very best you can, considering the circumstances that have been handed to you. And two, I just wanted to say, no, no, you cannot control what your son does. Because yes, Key Rock is absolutely correct. Addiction is a disease. Okay. So her son Desmond has been abusing drugs for 5 years. And now Key Rock, now that he's home, sees this and is like, Mom, it's time for me to step up and, I'm going to do this and we have to do something because I don't want to lose my brother, and it's just like, just seeing the pain in his mother's eyes, talking about this, just makes me want to cry because, I do deal with personal addiction issues in my family. So hearing his mother feel guilty and take like personal responsibility for her son's addiction, I just wanted to cry because it is not her fault. Key Rock is absolutely right. Addiction is a disease. I'm going to mute the mic to blow my nose again. Sorry, guys, I'm having a bad allergy night once again. So Tammy, please do not take guilt or any responsibility for a disease that your son has. Because if your son had cancer, would you feel guilty or responsible for your son's cancer? No. So Key Rock decides that he's going to step up and he's like, Mom, I think the best approach for this is to remind him of the days that he was healthy. Okay? Like, remind him of the days that he was disciplined, when he was a wrestler, when he was younger, when he was an athlete. Like, come at him that way. Because if we try to come at him aggressively and be like, stop doing drugs, we know what you're up to and shit like that, it's going to backfire. And, he's absolutely right. But I also feel that that approach isn't going to work either. And they need professional help with this. And they are going to need like an interventionist, an interventionist or something like that. But I just with Mom and Tammy, I just get really emotional because as a mother, it's so easy to take on the guilt and the burdens of your children. And this woman has been through hell. She has. She's been through hell with her husband. She's been through hell with her children. She's a cancer survivor. And it's like, are you kidding me? So and then the other thing I was thinking about with the brother relapsing, if he's living in the house with the mom and Key Rock and Brittany, all this shit could affect Key Rock and Brittany with their parole. Because if he's abusing drugs and he has the drugs in the house, couldn't that affect them? Like if, God forbid, police show up and whatever, and there's drugs in the house. Like I'm like thinking like all this crazy stuff. So the brother abusing again is not a good situation for anybody, but Mom, please, it is not your fault, and you did not fail your children. You didn't fail your children. So, hey, Deidre. Okay, now moving on, I would like to move on to Chance and Taylor. Wow, Chance. So last week, Bobo drives by and says TikTok. So Taylor, of course, is concerned. She has a house full of small kids. Okay. Wouldn't you be concerned? Okay. So she calls Chance, who is driving around in this limo with this dude with dirty feet. I'm so grossed out by the dirty feet. Taylor, what was up with the dude with the dirty feet? Okay. So he's driving around in the limo with this dude with dirty feet. When Taylor calls him to ask him what the fuck, what was up with this scary looking dude that drove by and said, "Hey, is your old man around? Tell him Bobo said TikTok." And at first, Chance denies it. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't Chance fucking deny it? Because he's a liar, pants on fire. Okay? So then he admits to his friend the whole situation of Bobo. Okay? Hangs up the phone with Taylor. Of course, lies to his son's mother, but admits to his friend with the dirty feet what the fuck is going on. Okay? So tells the guy the whole story, and you could tell the guy's, the expression on the guy's face, he's even looking at Chance like, oh God, you fucked. Okay? So now, Taylor tells Chance, listen, we need to have a conversation. Okay? I feel like that there's some things that you're not telling me. I feel like, there's some things that you could be possibly holding back on. Can we have an adult conversation without having an argument? Okay. So now Chance starts his gaslighting bullshit. Remember I told you about these obligations I had? And Taylor's like, no, you never told me about these obligations that you had. He's like, well, there was this guy Bobo in jail that he gave me some stuff to sell that I was supposed to take care of, but obviously I forgot about it. And now I'm fucked and I owe the guy $1,000. Well, he wouldn't even tell Taylor how much he owed, but I forgot and now I'm fucked. And Taylor's like, so you lied to me again. Because when I called to ask you, you said you didn't know who he was. And besides the fact that there's a house full of small kids here and you're a total fucking douchebag, but that's a whole nother story. And of course, you have to love production and their shady selves. They flash back to all of Chance's lies. Okay. So now Taylor's like, could you at least tell me how much you owe so I could add it on to the list of the bills? Okay. And Chance flips the fuck out. Wah, 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 baby. Flips the fuck out. And he's like, you don't need to know until you marry me. You don't need to know all of my business. Excuse me? What the fuck was that? Until you marry me, you don't need to know all of my business. Okay, it kind of reminds me like I was watching the tell-all. I don't know how many of you guys also watch 90 Day. 90 Day, the other way, the tell-all. TJ and Kim. TJ's from India, and apparently it's Indian custom where the man could marry a woman and not tell her how much debt he's in until after they get married. Okay, so a woman can marry a man and he could be billions of dollars in debt. Okay, and it's none of her business until after they're married. But we're not in India, Chance. Okay, we're in America, but that's a whole nother story. So he's like, you don't need to, until you marry me, you don't need to be in all of my business. Then he's like, you want to be a mother? Mother your children. Don't be my mom. Taylor's like, shut the fuck up until you know how to act. I'm leaving the room. And then here comes the fucking tantrum. Okay. And I swear, I was at a 2-year-old birthday party yesterday in a kid's funhouse. If you haven't checked out the little IG live that I did yesterday, because I just decided to go live and show off how many tickets my son won playing video games just for the fuck of it. The kids at the party that I was at yesterday didn't even throw tantrums like Chance did. Okay? This tantrum that Chance drew was fucking epic. Okay? Like not even like a child, because children don't even throw tantrums like this. Okay? I can't even. I can't. I couldn't. I was fucking dying laughing. It was kicking, a flailing of the arms. I don't understand why he got dressed to get back in bed to throw the tantrum. Taylor, can you explain that maybe? Why he got dressed and got back in bed to throw the tantrum? I don't get it. It was just, I couldn't. It was like, what the fuck is happening? I bet you Taylor's girls don't even throw tantrums like that. Oh my God. And Chance and his new girlfriend are pieces of shit. Okay? They posted a disgusting, explicit video out there. If you haven't checked out my latest video, my latest word on the street, please do. But Taylor was way too kind to them, okay? And let Chance visit Mason recently, and this is how they repaid her. Chance is a piece of shit. Do not listen to him on social media. I'm going to say this right now. If you see Chance on social media, wah, 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 Taylor is keeping me from Mason. He is full of shit. Do not listen to him. He is a piece of shit. He repaid Taylor's kindness by posting an explicit video. His girlfriend did, I should say. His girlfriend posted a disgusting, explicit video of her and Chance in a bathtub. Okay? Not necessarily Taylor's bathtub. Some people were like, oh my God, is it Taylor's bathtub? No, of course not. But the point of it is, Taylor let Chance visit Mason, and this is how they repaid her kindness, okay? Now, Taylor knows that she is not going to let this little bitch in her house ever again because she was being kind. Like I said in my video, she was overtaken by the Christmas spirit. But Chance is a piece of shit, and I know, Chance, you're probably watching me and you can hear me. So, Chance is a piece of shit. They repaid her kindness by posting this this explicit video. I'm so mad I can't even talk. So, anyway, he throws a tantrum on the bed, and like the big baby he is, Taylor stalks out of the room and ignores him, like you have to do with big babies. So now, moving on to the last couple of the night, we have Lindsay and Blaine. Now, this is, I hate what they do to the Lindsay and Blaine storyline. I swear Tyler, the lawyer, must be on the WeTV payroll, because how many seasons have we seen this dude? Okay, Lindsay, I love you, but okay, I'm getting sick of Tyler and the whole you possibly going to jail storyline, girl. Okay, because we all know that you don't wind up going to jail. We just saw the post. You're a senior. Congratulations. Your grades are fantastic. So let's get into it. Okay. So now basketball, her one true love. So she's playing basketball with Miley, and she asked Miley, would you want Blaine to adopt you if we were to get married? Would that, be something that you want? And Miley's like, no, 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 and no. So how would you feel about Blaine becoming your stepfather? Speaking of getting married, how do you feel about us getting married? And Miley's like, well, it would just be the same. What do you mean? Blaine would be your stepfather. He would have parental control over you. And Miley's like, no. What do you mean he's going to have parental control over me? No. And Lindsay's like, well, I think that'll be a good idea to have, someone else having parental control over you. And Miley's like, no, that's what you're for. You're the one that's supposed to have parental control over me. I wanted, a father figure earlier, but I don't need one now. It's like kind of too late to like bring in a father figure for me now. So meanwhile, Blaine doesn't even think it's the right time to get married because Lindsay, guess what, is facing state charges for a second season in a row. Somebody is facing potential charges. It's like, oh, okay. So now next. Last time, Tyler got Blaine a sweetheart deal. And Lindsay, on the other hand, she's facing 40 years on the 3 state counts. You see, she did federal time, but she didn't do her state time. Okay? So she's facing possibly 40 years. And for Tyler to do the work, it's $20K. Okay? So, like Blaine says, $20K, or you could possibly go away. And Lindsay is just sitting there like, Just play with her nails. She's like, fuck my life. Okay. And Blaine is worried that she may revert back to her old ways to try to secure the money for her freedom. Well, guess what? She kind of does. And this is where it bugs the shit out of me that how her storyline has to turn this way, because we all know that this is not Lindsay. Lindsay is the college student, the full-time worker, the mom, the one that we see on Instagram hanging out with Miley. Lindsay is not the one going out collecting drug debts. Okay. I don't like to see this shit. Just saying. So she hooks up with her friend Six. Don't want to know why her name is Six. Okay. And Six is newly out of the game. Unlike Lindsay, who's been out of the game for so long, she wouldn't even know how to find anybody. But Six is newly out of the game. Six used to sell drugs for Lindsay, but Lindsay trusts her. Okay? So Lindsay's like, if I remember a debt, I don't care how old it is, you still owe it to me. So I'm just like, okay. Excuse me. So I'm like, Lindsay, I'm like, first of all, not only are you trying to come up for 20K for these charges that are like years old, okay? Now you're going to try to collect money on debts. Do half these people even remember who the fuck you are? And can you imagine rolling up on somebody that owes you $200, $300, $500, $800 from like 6, 7 years ago and going, hello, could you please pay me back the money that you owe me, or I'm going to go to jail, 20K, or I'm going to go away? How believable is this? Six and Lindsay are going to pull up on some people that owe Lindsay money from like 6, 5, 4 years ago, whatever the case may be. It's not yesterday. It's not last week. And these people are just going to be like, oh, yeah, sure, Lindsay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here. So anyway, Six and Lindsay are driving down the country road and they got a hold of someone. They have $500 for Lindsay, just like that. $500 towards 20K. So here we go. Lindsay's nervous because she doesn't do this. So this is why Six collects, her drug debts for her. And that's it. So I don't know, guys, but I don't like seeing this side of Lindsay, because to me this is not, I don't want to say real, but it is not authentic. Authentic is a better word, because Lindsay doesn't do this. Okay, Lindsay goes to soccer games with Miley and things like this. She doesn't go collecting drug debts. Just saying. So now, while I have all you guys here, I just wanted to get into this new show, okay? That is 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup combined. This is on the Lifetime Network, guys, okay? And I did a little slideshow and I want to share it with all you guys because I'm actually excited for it. And I think it's going to be a real shit show. And I'm going to cover it, okay? And I'm probably going to do lives for it. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. And I just Okay, guys, here we go. Prison Brides on Lifetime, premiering January 10th. And I would like to thank Mary Pants for doing a Instagram post, so I didn't have to put together pictures. Okay, check this out. Give me 1 second. Lifetime's newest explosive docuseries, Prison Brides, followed 7 women from around the world who believe they have found their soulmates in the most unexpected of places, American prisons. While they started off as prison pen pals, these women fell hard and found themselves willing to risk it all for love. The docuseries followed the women as they travel from their homes, many visiting the United States for the first time to meet their prisoners, fiancés, husbands, or partners to chart their futures together. With the couples facing harsh judgment from friends, families, and strangers, the brides grapple with uncertainty and their ultimate decision to risk it all for true love. Will true love prevail for these star-crossed lovers with the odds stacked against them? Ooh. So, the trailer, it is off the hook. I'm going to drop the link in the description box so you guys can watch it. Okay, so we have disappointed family members. Okay, this guy waving to his partner from what looks like the transition center. Okay, does that remind you of anybody from Love After Lockup? Louis and Melissa? Anyone? And then, of course, we have one of the chicks getting zipped up in her wedding dress. So this show looks insane. So now, here we go with the couples, okay? Okay, we have Darren and Michael. Excuse me, guys. A single mother from Australia, Erin is leaving her entire world to move to Ohio so she can be with Michael, who is set to be released from prison soon. As someone who has spent most of his adult life in jail, can Michael walk the straight and narrow path towards the life Erin is hoping for? Then we have Sway and Joseph, I guess. Sway is a midwife from Jeremy who met the Michigan-based incarcerated Joseph online. As his release date approaches, Joseph's love's way is ready to give her all to the relationship. But will the magic remain once he's no longer behind bars? Interesting. Jessica and Craig. Having already married Craig, oh, these two are already married, the Australian-born Jessica is a true prison bride. After moving to Kansas to build a life and family with Craig, will the reality of his freedom live up to the expectations she set in his mind? Emma and Curtis. Eager to meet and marry carjacker Curtis while he's still behind bars, Emma's plans are under pressure as her cautious parents interfere. Yeah, I can imagine. Sorry, guys. Okay. Emma's plans are under pressure as her cautious parents interfere. Could they prevent her from moving to the UK to the US? Yeah, this is like insane. Okay, so we have Olivia and KJ. When UK dance teacher Olivia met her US inmate KJ, they were engaged just after 3 days. I'm telling you, 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup. meshed. As she makes the move to America to be with her dream man, Olivia will face a rocky road to true love. Okay, then we have Andrea and Cage. Romanian-born Andrea was raised in Spain and now a university student in London, where she's revealed that she's intent on marrying Cage, a U.S. inmate who has served only 10 of his 50-year sentence in Texas for aggravated battery. Well, she has a long time to wait. And finally, we have Gabby and Jamal. Gabby is a former German model who fell in love with convicted murderer Jamal. Despite the odds stacked against their relationship, Gabby's exploring appeal options for their love. Yeah, guys, so this is Prison Brides. It's premiering Wednesday, January 10th. Stay tuned. It looks to be insane, and I cannot wait. That's all I have to say. Okay? Insane, insane, insane. So, thank you so much for watching me, guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.